Hello Aquarius, welcome to your reading for the 7th until the 4th of March 2026, and it's going to be general, so please take bits that resonate and leave the rest for someone else. Okay, let's welcome in our the archangels, ascended masters, light beings, spirit guides, our higher selves, and also any animal, ancestral or dragon guides that you may feel resonant with at the moment, Aquarius. Let's see what's going to jump out to the centre here. We have the Five of Cups, it's just in a hurry, and we've got some other cards here as well. We need 4, so let's go with that. Well, you've got the King of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Chariot. Wow, nice. Okay. So, yeah. There could be something that's sort of preoccupying you at the moment. And there's also this other energy here of the King of Wands, and he looks like a bit of a playful chap here. So, you know, maybe you're also kind of, you know, maybe this energy here is in potential for you. At the moment, perhaps you're not kind of partaking of that because you're kind of focusing on these empty cups up here, possibly, metaphorically speaking, okay? But these 2 cups under here could be symbolic of something to do with, that's sort of in the wings, you know, or an energy that you are going to be stepping into. This could also be talking about someone who is, that if you're feeling a bit down, there's someone that's sort of around you at the moment that's helping you to feel better or to sort of alleviate things a little bit for you. Sorry, my camera's just a little bit too high there. Yeah, so that could be sort of what's going on. Maybe there could be something that you're a bit disappointed about, or an outcome that didn't sort of happen the way you needed it to or wanted it to, okay? Underneath here, you've got the Page of Cups and the Chariot. So your higher self is sort of, you know, once again, that cup energy. The higher self is sort of, I guess, suggesting or putting forward this idea that for you, Aquarius, to keep, like, looking after yourself, like keep taking care of your emotional well-being, because, you know, pretty soon it's, you know, there's going to be a forward momentum for you. You know, I think as a result of this self-love, self-care, also focusing on your emotions, your creativity, your spirituality, your intuition, possibly. It's forming a type of preparation for you to move forward with the Chariot. Okay, you're getting ready to, it's Alice here with the flamingo. She's getting ready to take this shot, okay, or take the putt, I suppose. And metaphorically, you know, that translates into you're getting ready here, Aquarius, to move forward on something, to, I guess, you know, take action, step in, yeah, something like that. But it can also be to do with perhaps you're getting ready to embark on a personal growth, self-development, some upskilling of your talents, gifts and abilities, and yeah, I think that's something that you're going to be moving into, okay? There's also an energy now coming forward from this, is that, you know, this, perhaps if this is a work boss or something, there's some situation here which is just, something's dropping into me, like it's just kind of continually a bit disappointing for you. So if, you know, if there's, yeah, it could be a work situation or a connection with someone that's not conducive to you feeling good. Okay, maybe it's sapping your energy a bit, but I think you're going to be kind of remedying that with this Page of Cups here, this new renewed focus on your emotional well-being. Okay. Right, let's just grab 2 here now as well. So just recently, you've got the King of Wands again. This is interesting, isn't it? And the Eight of Wands. So there's something about this King of Wands energy. And this is also about change. So there's something about this that you are changing. It could even be here for you, Aquarius, that you have been, perhaps this has been you, the King of Wands, in your work situation, and you've been doing your best to put up a brave face, put up a brave front, in terms of there's something about it that's not ticking the boxes, but you've managed to do the job, to oversee, to get things done, okay? And also you've maintained, a sense of humour, as a means to survive this situation, okay? I get that there's something about it that's disappointing or not fulfilling, because recently you've got this King of Wands here with the Eight of Wands, which is sort of suggesting that there's change. If this is you in your role, Aquarius, you're realizing that you have capabilities and abilities in this area, like in terms of perhaps management or overseeing others, and you're able to read the room, be passionate about what you're doing, get things done, inspire other people. Okay, that's a big thing. So there's a change in that. Maybe you're looking to change your work role, or you're looking to change employer or something like that. What you're hoping for here is, interestingly enough, is that you're hoping that you're going to be able to make a decision, Knight of Swords, that's sort of going to help you to move forward into the next phase, Three of Wands. These guys here are actually reading a book. So that's interesting. Once again, we have the fire element here for you, Aquarius. So it's very much looking like you're going to be moving from a disappointing, unfulfilling situation into something that's more fulfilling, more inspiring. The Knight of Swords is you actively seeking that out, using your communication skills, using your analytical skills, likely, getting out there. Maybe you're going to receive some messages. Maybe you're going to be doing a bit of traveling. Maybe you're looking around at different, you're going to look around at different options as to where you can step into this role in a different, maybe it's going to be in a different field of endeavour. But there's going to be some similarities, because it's still like your King of Wands here, Aquarius. Let's have a look at a possible outcome as well. I actually really like that this Knight of Swords, she's kind of got a bird mask here, and it's like you're going to be also moving into a higher consciousness as you make this decision. So you're going to be coming at it from a higher frequency version of yourself, or a higher state of consciousness, and also a higher awareness of yourself. Okay, as you make that decision of where you're going to put yourself next. Okay, possible outcomes, Saint Spirit, for Aquarius. Okay, what's this one here? Wow, Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, and this is a beautiful transition, moving on from your Five of Pentacles here, Five of Cups, sorry. Five of Cups to Nine of Cups. Did I say Pentacles? Sorry. Cups, right? Emotional fulfillment. So there's definitely a progression here of you really moving into something that's going to be, it's going to tick all the boxes emotionally for you and having meaning. And we also have the Two of Wands here, so a new path. Okay, that's a confirmation. So it's likely that you're going to be able to move into a new path that is more fulfilling for you emotionally, spiritually, creatively. Okay, maybe there's going to be, yeah, that's awesome. Let's look and see if there's going to be any challenges that come up for you with this. Well, that one didn't fall into the shuffle, but we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. And we're going to just see if we get another one here. This deck is jumpy enough, so we're going to go with it and see if we can get one. So Queen of Pentacles, I mean, yeah. Four of Cups. No, we'll just take that one off the top. Four of Cups, and yeah, so this is looking like There may be a tendency or a challenge for you is that you may, I guess, lose some motivation at some point. Okay, we get some spirit guidance on this as well. There may be opportunities here that, I guess, if you are focusing on the things that didn't work back here in this other situation where you were in like a leadership role, if you're focusing on the things that didn't work, okay, you could fall into this thing here of literally focusing on these 3 cups here. And it's interesting that the 3 cups that are spilt at the top could you know, be the 3 cups that you're focusing on here. But actually, it's interesting because if you do that, you may miss other opportunities. So it's sort of saying that, you know, where you place your focus is going to be important, okay? Queen of Pentacles, you may find it challenging to ground and center yourself. Maybe finding it challenging to spend time in nature or to nurture yourself for whatever reason here. In practical ways to do with your health, okay? And possibly financial, okay? We'll get some guidance on that now for you, Aquarius. Let's have a look. Yeah, but I mean, it's a very human thing for us to, you know, when things don't go so well in the past, then we do automatically tend to focus on the stuff that didn't work, okay? And it is difficult at times to move forward into something new. But I guess let's see what Spirit says here. Persistent presence, 9 of Wands. So this is going to be about persistence, okay, which is, you know, that continual focus and effort on, interesting, that's a 9, okay, 9 of Wands. It's focusing on this emotional fulfillment, I think, for you, Aquarius. Just, I guess, keep visioning, or even maybe do an artwork or something, or, you know, cut and paste, you know, do a vision board for yourself, okay, that could be a really good thing to do. Because then you've got a visual of what you're focusing on. And during these times, you know, the challenging times, that you can go back to that, okay? So this is the 9 of Wands. And that is also suggesting that you've done the hard yakka here, Aquarius, to congratulate yourself on what you have done and what you've achieved and how far you've come, okay? And also to really honour that and perhaps write a list of all the things that you have achieved, okay? And all of your talent, skills, gifts and abilities that you have been using so far, okay? All right, I'm going to take one from the top and one from the bottom. We have the Radiant Feminine Priestess of Light Codes, which is the page... Oh, sorry, is the Queen of Wands. Yes. This is you, Aquarius, Queen of Wands, doing your thing and realizing that the interesting thing is that, you know, you have the King of Wands to start. And maybe there was something about this situation that was unfulfilling, and it could have been because maybe you were required to be in masculine mode a lot of the time, okay? So perhaps this new thing, Spirit's saying, is that you're going to bring more feminine into it. There's going to be something about it that's going to be a bit more receptive than what you used to do. So maybe there's going to be more, maybe you're going to be consulting with people in a different way. Maybe this was more like calling the shots and dealing in a certain field that was sort of more to do with action, do. Whereas maybe this one here is going to be about you kind of slowing, maybe it's going to slow down, and maybe there'll be more in-depth interaction with other people is one possible way of this. But it could also be about creativity, the Queen of Wands. So maybe you're going to be really activating your creativity here as well, Aquarius. And maybe Spirit's also saying for you to not rule out those types of jobs where you are going to be able to be creative. Okay. Wow, this card jumped out in the pre-shuffle for you when I asked this deck if it wanted to be in the reading, and this is what came out, and it's like, yes. The Chariot. Again, so you've Chariot twice in your reading, Aquarius, which means you are preparing to move forward into a growth phase of your life, your lifestyle, your career, quite possibly, okay? Dimensional shifts of the crystalline, the Chariot. So you're definitely raising up in frequency. And this is what the Knight of Swords, I think, is here. And this is what you're hoping for. You're hoping for this higher consciousness version of you to come forward. Almost your own higher self, I think, to help you to really make this next call as to where you are going to be moving to, in terms of, you know, if it's not a physical move, it might be, you know, a career move, emotional move, something that's going to change, that's going to help you to move into the next phase. These cards are really beautiful. Okay, if you need to zoom in to really look at these, this is like, you know, things taking flight, definitely beautiful crystalline, and we are all shifting up in frequency as well. And this one was the feminine, okay, the Priestess, which was the Queen in that deck. Queen of Wands, Chariot, and the Nine of Wands. So Spirit's also saying that Nine of Wands is that energy of things are, you're almost there. It's just about persevering, I think, into the next thing here, which is, you know, your perhaps more of your feminine aspect being made known. And this is the Queen of Pentacles, okay? This was in your challenge. So Spirit's saying that at times, if you feel like you're not doing anything, it's actually okay, because you are doing something. Sometimes in doing nothing, we are allowing the energies to permeate through. We're allowing things to incubate. And I feel that, you know, you've definitely been in very much, you know, a masculine mode, Aquarius, possibly, you know. So I feel like you're definitely moving into, you start off with two masculines and then you're moving into the two feminines at the end here with your queens, okay? Let's look at the bottoms of the decks as well, just see if we get some more confirmation. Two of Swords, yeah, there is a decision that you're in the process of making. But I think you've made it. It's looking like this is Eight of Wands. You're kind of all in here. You're ready to move forward. This has happened recently, I think, given by the placement there. Wheel of Fortune, yes, this is a new cycle. Okay, I think you're going to be using your skills and talents here, Aquarius, in a whole new, different way. And maybe you're going to be adding in some new things, learning some new things. Knight of Swords can also be about, you know, applying the mind to learning things, technology, communication skills. That's a really awesome card for you there. And also awakening. So you're going to be coming into alignment with your higher self. Okay. You're going to be coming into more alignment with yourself. And that makes sense because you have, you know, the emotionally fulfilling new path here. But it's probably going to be spiritually, creatively fulfilling as well, Aquarius. Okay. I really like this reading for you. The cards just all flow really well. Logic and structure, okay. Sage of Activations, which is the King of Swords. Nice. So, and the fact that this is activation too. So this is about you, I guess, Spirit kind of saying that structure can work in your favor, and no doubt you're used to that, Aquarius. I mean, if you're embodying this King energy, okay, you're used to creating structure, creating a foundation and building on that and working out the steps, okay. And the fact that it's swords is once again, you know, backing up with the Knight of Swords. We've got the Knight to the King of Swords. So, you know, communication, perhaps some writing. You're going to be maybe using technology, using your intellect, analytical abilities, but also, you know, we're going to pop in there that feminine, because I think you're going to be combining that as well in with the logic and reasoning. And so it means a beautiful balance of feminine and masculine that you're going to be moving into here, Aquarius. So yeah, I hope that's been helpful. I think we might wrap it up there, and yeah, keep moving forward. Like 2 chariots here in your reading. You know, like Alice here, is getting ready to take the shot or to, you know, create that forward momentum there. And this one's about, you know, that higher frequency version of you as well. So you're getting ready to make that move into that beautiful new version of yourself here, Aquarius. So yeah, hope that makes sense. Hope that has been helpful. I look forward to your next reading. And in the meantime, have a great day, fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.